personal curiosity of mine, but you can definitely see TSM taking the generic ban strategy once again, hoping for different picks now that they are on the blue side.
And Cloud9 showing that they have no trouble banning Amazing with the same 2 champions to start off again, knowing that they'll hinder a bit of his jungle pressure and objective control, always banning that. Nunu, you will not get Zed this time, Bjergsen, and they will have the Alistar left open, hovered, and locked.
All right, so the first time we're going to get to see Alistar here in the North American playoffs, it feels like. He's been banned so much here at PAX. Whether it's a top lane Alistar or a support Alistar is yet to be seen. Lustboy has played a lot of support Alistar.
Got to be playing against them. This is only going to cause TSM to have to try and make more moves.
They have to fast push this turret. They have to kill the turret now, otherwise the gold will not even be close. And now they're teleporting to the other lane with the Alistar, but Sneaky has a 2-level edge already, and they're going for a dive immediately.
Oh man, that's going to be even nicer than killing a Mundo. Taking down an Alistar as well, preventing that level 6 from happening, so it's going to be even harder for everything to happen from Team Solomid with their front line.
The mind games right there is pretty immense. Now TSM trying to do the Dragon as a counter, but I wonder, they're down a man, no teleport. Can this be harassed off? It depends how well they juggle the Dragon aggro, and LemonNation is just level 1.
Right in the face, Bjergsen. First bit of flow, but they trade the same amount of damage. Dragon still going over towards Team Solomid with LemonNation just trying to be a nuisance on the outside. Great job on the dodging out of the Dragon aggro. Amazing taking a little bit now as they know they just need to stay in and get it. So great response from Team Solomid.
Yeah.
It was a chaotic early game, but they are able to control a bit of it.
Making the best out of a bad situation. You look at the gold and they do have the lead there because of the turret.
Oh, hello. Lantern in.
Sneak attack.
The play for the slow. Slows for the play. So good. Just so good to prep that up. LemonNation had no way to get out of that. So well timed, such composure. Great job by Team Solomid.
Hey, if TSM's going to keep mobbing like this and Cloud9 is not going to have proper vision control up, it will give TSM an early game lead here. Getting that kill and maybe leading to a second turret is pretty important, but the gank can miss.
Unfortunate, the flash is already down. Bjergsen got himself caught up in that bowl. Summoners, but he answers back onto high with the retribution kill of his own. TSM still going hard on the top lane though.
Bjergsen hit level 6 in the nick of time to be able to get that ultimate out from Syndra, popping down high just enough, and they are now taking control of the map here because of the ward coverage and because of the turret damage that Lucian can provide early.
How fast do you act on it? What's your first point?
You have to act immediately. The focus here though is the mid lane, knowing there's a flash down.
And knowing that pressure from Amazing won't be as big. No ultimate there, and they are free to take down Bjergsen for a second time. The teleport has
man!
That teleport stopped. Actually, I think it was hit up by balls because they are close to the bottom lane.
Anything special. Flash was completely up, and now they also hold the teleport edge. Oh, this could be a nice setup, though.
Oh, consecutively stacking those crowd controls. Very nicely played. High only doing what he can to stay alive and get that teleport in. Balls can knock at the wild growth in time. They may have gotten themselves into a sticky situation here. One more scout of the week, but it's not going to be up. There it is with the blue buff. A little too late, but TSM gaining some good ground. 1,000 gold lead. Nice hook. Grab from Lustboy. The rotation now from the support. Trying to put pressure down in the mid lane, and he starts to bring down Turtle with him. Dyrus is going headstrong from between the turrets. They are even walking through wards to get this one down. He's going to back off. Bjergsen in between the turrets now. 37 seconds on Dragon, and everything falling in for Team Solomid right now.
Yeah, TSM is trying to out-teamwork Cloud9 right now, actually. They are the ones grouping up more frequently, trying to force team fights and collaborating with solo lane ganks, something that Cloud9 has basically coined. High and Ball is working together with ganks. That time it's Dyrus and Bjergsen chaining crowd control, finishing off High, and trying to finish this mid-turn.
Not a turret down yet for Team Solomid, but they have dropped 3 of Cloud9's, and they're going to start getting forward wards.
Plus that Dragon number 2. How much is down for Cloud9? They are starved of vision. They have not been able to get this vision up. They're down 3 turrets, and if they lose this Dragon, it's even more.
Meteos is still very big. He can come up in these fights for the team. Tidal Wave just on the other side. It's actually not there yet. No 6 from LemonNation. TSM able to pick up another kill with ults not being there on the side of Cloud9.
It looks like Cloud9 have lost control. You could see it was like TSM was coming out of the abyss there with the Fog of War being toggled. Cloud9 had no idea where TSM was, so they could not make informed decisions, and TSM has actually just destroyed this early game, despite it seeming like Cloud9 had the edge.
4-3 and a 4,000 gold lead. We say almost 4,000 at 12 minutes into the game. Definitely a different game too here. Whatever talk that Reginald and Loco had on that stage is coming into play. Huge bit of momentum with Wood. That first step needs to happen now because Cloud9 is trying to turn it right back on the head of Team Solomid. They will with a nice mid kill. That leaves 30 seconds on Dragon. They're putting the chess pieces ahead way before they need to be, and they're set up for now a turret and possibly this Dragon.
And that was with Bjergsen losing Flash, so he's even more vulnerable in the next fight. The Tristana Yasuo combo is a very real team fight threat that TSM needs to account for. With the turret being taken down there, if Cloud9 can control that next Dragon, they are right back in the game.
They absolutely are. Didn't even need wards to make that happen, but they have kept themselves quite safe on their own side of the map, stalling out the pressure the Team Solomid has created. It's like it's now their time to try and fight back.
This is such a tense moment for Cloud9. They do not have the confidence to just go right into the Dragon Pit. The fear of a teleport from Alistar is absolutely huge. They have to be so careful with this. They're trying to rush it down, but there's the Alistar.
Both TP's coming in. Dyrus going to be on the top side. He gets the wave, and he gets actually right over it. Throwing on the Iron Will. Looks like he could stay in the middle of the fight. Turtle, no protection for him on the back line, and he's got two big DPS crunchers coming on him. It's going to be 28 seconds for him in the death chamber. Amazing. Now the focus. Dyrus still trying to do what he can, but nobody else was really able there to help him with the peel he was creating for the team.
Cloud9 played that fight so damn well right there. They completely were able to bypass the Alistar and make him not matter in that team fight. Getting the Dragon is absolutely critical for Cloud9. Dyrus needs to be in there while the TSM members are dealing damage. They cannot have him be run past, and now the tidal wave,
and they don't want to stop,
is a zone so they can get turret damage down, but Alistar is flanking. This might be the fight.
There goes Dyrus in. He gets a 4-man pulverize. The calling hits the entire wall, and WildTurtle's forced to stop it himself.
Yes, whoa!
Oh my god, High goes in to get the 4-man last breath himself. They're able to completely turn this on Team Solomid's head, and TSM was coming in for the engage for themselves.
And that's the 2 for 0 right there. Alistar got the pulverize, but where was the follow? Here's some follow.
Another one. Waits for the cooldowns, gets it again. He knows he's going down on the way out, but he's hoping his team can pick up some kills. Balls is going to put the shield on, and he keeps himself alive. Bjergsen cannot scatter anyone else, and the follow will stop. Only High goes down.
These fights are so damn close right now. TSM barely losing out on that one, but it was because Cloud9 just fights cleaner. Good pink ward coverage by TSM. Thought maybe Dyrus should go there, but the TSM follow-up would not be quick. And Amazing takes a bunch of damage.
A very nice scatter. Dyrus puts
thing is, it's through a wind wall.
The team has to be able to get through with Dyrus. Amazing goes in, he gets exhausted immediately. That's going to be balls on the follow for him. Dyrus still trying to do what he can. This is WildTurtle, now puts himself on the front line. Quickly throws down the summoner heal for himself. A very flat, fast flash. Pulverize coming in. Or headbutt pulverize. He didn't flash, he just moved across the screen.
TSM finds the catch there, and they eliminated High from that fight, and now it's just Cloud9 being scattered. WildTurtle on the hunt.
Oh, what a nice buster shot to get back, but he pulls him back in. The dark passage could be enough. Lustboy is going to have the vision. He should be able to hit this. A nice dodge by LemonNation. We do have Bjergsen as well in the mid lane with Sneaky right now, kind of going back and forth. The turret did not fall there.
Though if they can burn Dyrus' ultimate here, it would be huge.
That is absolutely.
But they use last breath on it. That's too much.
High getting very, very antsy in this situation. Very reminiscent of the Fizz play he used to bring out, and it could be getting in their head that they were ahead in this game, and it does not look that way anymore. Team Solomid starting to take an advantage. The culling pressuring LemonNation and Sneaky off, but not doing too much damage. This turret's warmed up to go down, and Team Solomid has got the crowd on their feet.
High making some uncharacteristic mistakes there. You could see the goal was to catch Alistar out of position.
Very good power spikes for both of those AD carries, however, and it's only going to get stronger for Sneaky towards the late game. You can see TSM trying to keep the pressure on and not let that happen. Almost taking Sneaky down, and Dyrus tries to get in. He does break it, gets the pulverize down. He wanted that headbutt first to create the crowd control and stick Meteos in the same spot. Beautiful pickup here that they're going to get, and it is perseverance that pays off for Team Solomid.
Interesting that Balls was not willing to use his wild growth on Meteos. It's almost like they're saving it for a later fight. Almost a great escape by Cloud9. Nice catch by TSM, but this game is not yet over. The Baron Dance will continue.
Bjergsen showing in mid, trying to get that fog of the war, scatter the weak, or at least pull somebody, but Cloud9 does not have the vision they want there, so they're playing very wary as they enter the top side of Baron.
Yeah, it's all about sweeper cooldowns. No scrying orb, surprisingly, on Cloud9. You often see a scrying orb from the red side of the map here, meaning they have to kind of walk in this dangerous territory and get picked off.
No ultimate. Didn't even have
Too
time.
fast.
Yep.
The stun into the Kha'Zix isolation was just too much to handle. TSM can continue to do that. They'll wait a few seconds. When they realize no one's coming, they can just hit the Baron.
Doing the fake.
Cloud9 would not see those. This is purely only seeing it on Spectator. Cloud9 just sees a bunch of black.
Yeah, that's the fake. Oh, they go for Meteos as well. They're going to be getting turrets on either side, though, so this means...
Cloud9 pushing down mid lane fairly quickly. Meteos will come again to try and delay this farther. This could be a lost inhibitor for TSM, actually. Meteos might even try and steal the Banshees, can kind of block a stun until it's broken. All right, they're pushing him off. But that's an inhibitor down for sure.
Very interesting. TSM takes quite a bit of time and relinquishes their base. The inhibitor goes down here, and C9 is going to walk out with quite a big lead towards the mid lane and possibly the bottom lane.
Oh, no.
Very careful here. I don't see many home guards.
Cloud9 has to run.
2 home guards here coming out, so everybody else is going to be trying to pick up the slack on the back line. High will be going down without an escape, but that's what LemonNation's ultimate was for. They made some great ground, and there's minions on the Nexus turret.
Cloud9 tried for a home run there. They had balls teleport in to try and interrupt recalls, and he was unable to. So now Cloud9 overstayed. They were expecting the recalls to be broken, and they were going for 2 inhibitors, but they did not get it.
All the way ring around the rosy here by Team Solomid and Cloud9. They meet back up in Dragon, and it looks like Turtle very close to going down. The bird stays up, but he's able to get the attacks that keep him alive. Thresh as well, get a little bit of safety.
Hey, Baron buff on 5 members of TSM, but they have to act on this very quickly. They're going to run right into him, though.
Lustboy not afraid to start this initiation. Amazing, still with the ulti Baron.
This is trouble for Cloud9.
Dyrus with a great initiation from the backside. Bjergsen focusing, seeing what he can get. Waiting to take down High, but High still waiting for that GA to get popped. There it is. Bjergsen actually still holding his ultimate. Perfect play here coming in from Cloud9 and Team Solomid. High gets himself out, but it's going to be now the trade over. Jackrabbits putting all their eggs in one basket. This could be a pretty big initiation for Cloud9 on the side. They have no vision around them. They've tunneled into the mid lane here. Meteos coming from the side. Misses the cocoon off of a flash.
Really aggressive.
Dyrus with a great ultimate is absorbing so much. The Culling's actually splitting through the uprights right now, not delivering that much damage, and both teams have hardly taken anything out of that, really. Dyrus doing a good job being a frontline tank. Meteos with pretty much that for Cloud9.
Given enough time for Cloud9 to recall. The turret's still taking a few shots, though.
And one more. That's so scary that he has to stay that close. It is going to be the initiation that Cloud9 might have wanted, but not anymore. What a turnaround. Bjergsen was sure to just pinpoint out High in that fight. Double buff Tristana on the outside, but he can't start to connect any shots. And Buster shot is already down. Jack, they are going for the long haul on this one. And the extended fight going in favor right now as the ult up again for Team Solomid. They break open the base, and it looks like they want everything. It's going to be 45 to 30-second timers on the clock, and TSM's looking for the next hit.
Rib, this is probably the game. A couple spells landed in the right spot, taking High out of the fights, meaning the threat from Cloud9 was gone, and TSM have just handed Cloud9 their first ever playoff loss.
That is going to happen in our second game of the Best of 5 series here in the 2014 NA LCS Summer Playoff Finals. We're going to Game 3.
TSM strikes back, and we have ourselves a series here.